wasn't really sure if I should do this one today or do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow would give me a more sense of how this next little bit is going to go. But tomorrow's also going to be a very long day for me. So here I am now. And again, my battery's low, so we're going to see when this quits out on me. Yeah, tomorrow would give me a sense of how the rest of this is going to go, because it is my first day of work for the fall term where I am. And I am literally the only student staying. So, pardon my cat, just, yeah. So I'm the only student staying, which means I'm not sure how this is going to go, because we went down from 8 students, 5 or 6 a day usually, to me. So, yeah. And tomorrow, the reason why I'm doing this today is tomorrow's going to be a very long day, because my mother has a group audition at like 8 in the morning, and it's supposed to take like until 11. Well, I'm supposed to be at work at 9:45. So needless to say, I'm going to take some books and some writing with me, and I just get to hang out at work starting at like 7:15 in the morning for like 2.5 hours before I actually work. And then the shift altogether is like 6.5 hours. So, like I said, the shift itself is not actually that long, and I've had similar days in length working, so really there's that, but it's going to be an adjustment. I'm not really sure how this is going to go. So, needless to say, I haven't done that much at the moment, like this weekend, because my shifts got cut down, so it's Thursday through Sunday, and again, like 6-hour shifts, but it means I have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off, and I had that off this week. And Monday I also went mini petting, and turns out I'm pretty terrible at it, but it was fun, and got a bunch of books. Yeah, I'm gonna get up and show you. Okay, so the one I've started is one I've been seeing since like back in Freddy. So it's The Literary Lives of 4 of the Inklings. So that's the one I've started, which is one of like 4 that I picked up. So, pardon me as I move around. So the other ones I got, The Enemies of Rome, From Hannibal to Attila the Hun, so that one's going to be fun. And The Once and Future King by T.H. White. I've been meaning to read this one for a while, so this one was a good pickup. And then Brief History of the Cuts. So A Brief History is a series that I've really been enjoying. They had a couple more there that I had read from Freddy's library, so I picked up one I haven't read yet. And then, going out again yesterday, I picked up this for my Switch, because I need this. It's important. And officially bought my parents their birthday/Christmas presents for this year, which is actually a new laptop, because they are in desperate need of one. So we just did it. So, I mean, that makes Christmas a little easier on me. Need to figure out something for Mike. Need to figure out something for you, Caitlin, Caroline, probably Maddie and Michaela, co-workers. So, I mean, but it also means that I've, like, officially done my spending until, like, at least November. But my fall semester is already all paid up, which is nice. And I sent my full thesis draft to my thesis advisor, so we're going to see where that goes. I mean, I'm sort of in this in-between state right now, because I'm in between, like, I'm still working, but I'm not working full-time, but I'm going to see the contract through to the end, and I'm not working on my thesis, but I sort of am, because I'm in this in-between state waiting for it. So I started working on a bunch of other things. I've got, like, a to-do list. So I'm working on my art projects. Like, my pom-pom rug is over there. And it's going to stay over there because the backing is not the best, and it's starting to unravel. So we're already likely losing a row that I have to then pull off and move someplace else. So until we get the backing secure, it's not getting moved around. I'm working on my other triangle painting. So the last layer just went on, and if you take a close look, you can see what it actually is. So we're going to see how that turned out when we finally pulled the tape off on that one. And then the other big thing I've started on is PhD applications. Because 'tis the season, as it were. So we're going to see how that goes. I actually went ahead and put together, there are 3 major schools I want to go to, and I put together a list for each of them, of the university, the program I'm looking at, my deadlines, and then all the documents that need to be included for me to actually start working on getting it all together. So we're going to see how that actually goes. But that was a big thing to sort of have it, be able to look at it and say, this is what I need to get done. And I'm sort of actually used to it at this point in time, so because I'm looking at it going, I mean, of new work writing-wise to do, there's not that much. I have like 1,800 words I've now got to write. Like a research proposal and 2 statements of interest. Like, it's not a significant amount that I actually need to sit down and write, but it's a question of putting it all together. So within the September to-do list that I have going, I want to make sure I get my requests for reference letters sent out, and I need to sort of have them all set out so when I email people I could say, these are where I'm applying, these are the programs I'm applying to, would you or won't you, and would this be the correct email to list, things like that. Because you always want to have, they're okay, yeah, I'll give you a reference letter before you actually do your application, and then they get whatever alert that says, hey, can you send in this letter? So they're not just like, I didn't agree to this. Like, you want them to agree ahead of time. So I want to make those requests very early. I want to make sure I know what writing samples I'm including where, and what format they need to be in, and there are a couple things that I need to do email-wise or phone call-wise for figuring things out. That's all listed here, along with that art. I mean, I did some paperwork yesterday. I made sure my resume was updated. I made sure my CV was updated. I finished those lists. I also applied to a holiday position coming up, since I am going to have my contract finishing up. So we're going to see where that goes. I don't know, I feel a little crazy because I feel like I'm running in place is really how I'm feeling. Like, I'm doing things, but I'm not feeling like I'm actually getting places right now. And I can reason that out. I can logic and say, well, that's not true. I am getting places. It just, I'm getting places that have multiple steps I actually need to get through before I can get to said place. So that's what I just need to keep in mind. Like, I am working towards a goal, and while I'm not seeing immediate results, that's because I'm working towards a bigger goal and not, like, instant gratification, right? That's what I need to keep in mind. I can do this. Yeah, so books, video game. I am addicted to that Switch right now, and I only have one game for it, but I don't want to ever put it down, which makes, you know, everything else a little harder to do, because I'm like, but I could be playing. Yeah, but I could also be doing some paperwork I need to get done. I should send out an email. Adult things. Man, adult things are boring sometimes, but necessary. So I'm going to send that email. I'm going to type up a short story I have here. I'm going to try not to throw my things everywhere. We're going to see how this goes. Talk to you later.